Welcome to my channel, Planning with Maserati. I am going to be doing the daily scripture writing for day 15, which is Romans 8:26 through 28. So before I begin, welcome. Please subscribe, hit that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos. Give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment, and share the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. So with that being said, let's begin. For the month of May, we're reading, writing, praying, reflecting on the word trust, self-study, scripture, observation, application, and prayer. And we are on the Perfect Trust, a 10-day devotional. So let's go ahead and turn the page. I need to bookmark this again with a... Oh, sorry, I just hit you. With the... actually, with my hand. When I went to move, I hit the tripod. Okay, so... Let me take this off because I need to have a charge today. I am so tired, and you wouldn't believe how much sleep I got. I got so much sleep, and I think that's why I'm tired. Okay, there we go. It was 81%. I didn't really need to charge it. Okay, so let's go ahead and read Romans 8:26 through 28. So here's Romans 8:26, and then 28's up here. It says, "In the same way, the Spirit also helps us in our weakness, because we do not know what to pray for as we should. But the Spirit Himself intercedes for us with unspoken groanings, and He who searches our hearts knows the mind of the Spirit, because He intercedes for the saints according to the will of God. We know that all things work together for the good of those who love God, who are called according to His purpose." I gotta go back to my other Bible. This is really small print. This one I think is the CSB. Yeah, the CSB. I gotta go back to NIV because that was a bigger print. So how's everyone doing, and how is your scripture writing going? Me, not so good. I am way behind. Look at my watch left these little dots. I must have had it tight last night. Sometimes if my hand's swollen, it will do that. So how are you guys doing? I feel like I am just... I don't know. This month has been just not there. I have not been really here, which is kind of sad because this is my thing that I love to do. And I guess the devil is working overtime and trying to take stuff that I love to do. I don't know. I don't know what is going on with me. I know my back and all of that is ridiculous, but still, there's no excuse. So I don't know if I want to get my grandson today or if I want to get him tomorrow. We'll see. Because if I get him today, I want to get some things done before I get him. He's grown up so fast. I bought him a lot of outfits, so when he's here, he has it. She sends clothes with him as well. But I like him to have his own little wardrobe here. Yeah. I don't even know how I'm tired. I went to sleep last night at 8:30, which is early for me. Got up, during the middle of the night, how you get up just to go to the bathroom and stuff. Well, I do that a lot. And I woke up at 6:30. Right now it's almost 7 to do my quiet time before I leave the house. And I was like, okay, let me get some stuff done. Let me do my scripture writing. Because, this is my favorite. And I don't know what I want to do later. If I should go pick him up or wait till tomorrow. I think I'm going to read from the internet. Internet. Oh, really, Maserati? I'm going to read from the internet. I think I'm going to read from the NIV in a second after I write this one. And then I will be bringing in She Reads Truth. I want to switch out reading different books so that you can... Okay, tablet every time. So that we get an idea of what each, version means. The NIV, the CSB. Well, CSB 2 is the She Reads Truth. Okay. Certain pens I have a hard time reading with. I don't know why. So yeah, I would love to learn different, not learn, but read different versions so that way you get a better understanding. Okay, now we're on 28. I would have been done and wrote this if I didn't use this pen. What am I writing? You see this? What? All things work. I put will instead of work. And then they have these little letters. That's throwing me off. Because I'm thinking it is like a comma or a quotation mark. And they're letters. You have to go so close to it to see it. I cannot believe this month's almost over. Okay, so we're going to set up for tomorrow. And then I'm going to read from the NIV. Okay, so that one's ready. Set the observation up. I think in June I'm not going to do that. If I do it, I'll do it in a separate notebook. So, of course, we'll be on this side again. So, May 16th. And scripture. Let's see. What is 16? Psalms 62, 5 through 8. Right there. And verse 5. Okay. So let's put this away for a second. And no, why did I just do that? I actually needed that. Okay. So here's back the NIV. Not that I went far. It's on my desk. Alright, so let's go ahead and read Romans. Well, let's find Romans first. Where's X? Okay, so Romans 8:26 through 28. Way too far. Okay, so here's 8. It's the next page. See the difference in print size? Like, you can literally see that. I was struggling. 26 through 28 up here. Okay. We were just up here for promises of God. Okay, so Romans, and then 8:26 and through 28. You see the difference? Like, look at the print. I'm not going to compare the same one. But look at the print. Look how small this is, and look at how big that one is. It's so much different. Alright. So it says, in the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weakness. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit Himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. And He who searches our hearts knows the mind of the Spirit, because the Spirit intercedes for God's people in accordance with the will of God. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. It sounded so much different. Like, it sounded so much different from this version to the version I just wrote. Let me go back to that really quick. 15. Right here. So this version is a lot different. See, and for verse 28, it says, we know that all things work together for the good of those who love God. Where here it says, and we know that in all things God works for the good. So here it says that all things work together for the good. And then it goes on, of those who love God. On here it doesn't say for those who love God. It says, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him. So they reversed it. So to me it sounds better here. I'm not judging the Bibles. I'm just saying it sounds easier to read here than it does in here. It's a different understanding. And who have been, for those who love Him, and who have been called according to His purpose. And then the ending here says, God who are called, those who love God, who are called according to His purpose. So that's kind of the same. And in verse 26, in the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weakness. So here it says, in the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weakness. So that's pretty much the same. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit Himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. So here it says, Because we do not know. So here, the other one says ought to know. This one says we do not know what our... I'm sorry, I'm reading it with a pen in here and it's stopping. I'm trying to hold it. It's just weird. Okay. So here. Because we do not know what to pray for as we should. Spirit himself intercedes for us with unspoken groanings. So here's a lot different. So we do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. And 27, and who searches our hearts knows the mind of the Spirit, because the Spirit intercedes for God's people in accordance with the will of God. And 27 it says, and who searches our hearts knows the mind of the Spirit, because he intercedes for the saints according to the will of God. Saints, and that's different. So people, I'm trying to see, yeah, so according, so instead of saints in the NIV, it's people. So yeah, so there you go. There's the daily scripture writing. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll be back to the NIV in the next video because it's so much easier for me to read. I'm like trying to struggle just to see it. So thank you, and I will talk to you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.